Hey Jared, Josh Knox here. You had a question. I thought it was a good question, so I just wanted to put together a little video to answer that. And if you're okay with it, I'd love to post it online so that the rest of the universe can watch it too. So your question, you said, Josh, this may be a long shot, but I have a question for you about the Excel add-in data connector video. You said I had no problem starting the add-in and connecting to my Works D365 environment, but I can't seem to find the table that I need to pull data from, right? I started with the sales orders table, but that brings in every single sales order since we started using Dynamics. I want to filter out all the closed and invoiced orders to just show the open orders, which I usually look at in D365 is the dispatch page, but there is nothing that seems to be called no table seems to be called the dispatch page. So how can I pull in the open sales orders into Excel? So it's a great question. Now you referenced the dispatch page, and I wonder if the dispatch page might be a custom either form or custom maybe view that you have. I'm not familiar with the dispatch page directly, so we can work around that. But if we want to look at sales order data, right, I'm in my Dynamics environment. I guess the place that I most frequently go is in the accounts receivable module. There's a form for all sales orders. And if you look at all sales orders, right, we can use the Excel add-in, right? And this is sort of a way to get to different versions of basically when there's a data entity that's related to this form, it sort of appears in this drop down. It's like a quick start maybe uh, for your Excel template builder. So I'm going to download the sales order headers V4. I think every time Microsoft releases one of these, they just call the latest entity the next version, and uh, that way they don't have to depreciate the old one. Generally speaking, the latest version is going to be the one that you want. So we'll let that load, and we'll see if I can pull that up over here. And while that's opening, oh, here it goes. I'm going to sign in. So we'll sign in. That'll open. While we're doing that, I just wanted to point out, and you may need to have a certain security access, so this might work for you, might not. But if you're on any form or looking at a table in Dynamics, you can right click on the table and get form information and say, show me the form name. And over here, right, the data source, that's the table where the data in your table is coming from, and then the data field is the specific table that you're looking on. So if you have visibility to this can be helpful if you're trying to piece together, oh, where is this data coming from, and how do I use this data? Um, and so this is the pre-built sort of, it gives you some standard default fields. This is a way that you can have this. And your question was, well, I don't want everything. I really just want the open ones, right? So the delivered and the invoiced and the open are all bundled in here. But if all you care about is the open orders, right, you could filter here, but that's not great because you have to redo that every time, and this list make it really, really super long. But what you can do is in the filter area, I guess you're on your data source. So we're looking at the sales orders. You could say filter, and then you could say, give me that status field. So if we go back and look at F&O, right, you're saying show me, right, you have a release status. And so we can see that the release status refers to, right, I guess there's a field called release status. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do, on the sales table. So if we go back here, we can say, right, on the sales order header, right, this is already naturally filtering by the specific company, this USMF company. But we might say REAL. No, let's see if it'll REL. No, I guess R is as close as we get. So you type R, and then we should see a release status. We we do not, huh? That's interesting. That would be because even though it is called status, it's probably trying to give the friendly name of the, well, let's see, we've got status and release status. Let's see. We're on the sales order headers. What do we get? We've got, here's status. We want status equals, right, just the open orders. You say done there. If we refresh, then this is only going to pull the data from F&O where the status is open. So this would be your list of open status orders. Oh, look, fun new customer there, I guess. So I hope that's helpful, and I guess sort of in a doing it from scratch way, right? Let's say you just start here and you're pulling in the add-in. It's basically the same process. I'll just do it fast so that we can look at it together. So I'm in a brand new Excel book. I'm going to put my server name in here, connect. That's going to load. And then I need to design my page. Add our table. We'll get sales. We've got sales order headers V4. And right, you might wind up wanting the line transactions, right? And that'll be in your sales order lines V3, I think is the entity you'll want. And so we've got right here, we'll take sales order headers. Take whatever fields you want. Let's say you want the number and I don't know what specific fields you'll want, but you'll definitely want the number. Why don't we take let's look at, what did we have here before? Maybe the number, the customer account, and the status, perhaps. So we've got number. It's fine. Customer. What is it called? We know status is status. So we're in here, SQRS. Interesting. We don't see, I'm in sales order header V4. Sales order headers V4. Oh, because it's sales order status, sales order number. Okay. So that's a bit of it that makes it tricky, is you have to be able to figure that stuff out. And maybe I'll do another video of showing you a good way to get those values. But we've got sale, so we should see sales order. Yeah, here we go. Sales order status. Ta-da. And what is the customer ordering customer account number, invoice customer account number, right? So ordering customer account number. So you could pull just those three fields. We'll say done, say yes, and we'll refresh, right? And that's going to bring all the sales orders. Maybe we'll edit this part. Maybe we won't. I don't know. I think, right, I'm doing this one from scratch. I think I didn't have a legal entity filter. So this may be trying to pull across a lot of legal entities. We can compare the numbers. That might be why the refresh is taking longer. Yep, that's a lot more rows, I think. So what this is, a great example. This is 14,000 rows. Most of these seem like they've been invoiced. So we can slap that filter on and say, just give me status equal to open order, and refresh this. So that should be lighter, right? That obviously took less time to load. We've got 134. Get my head out of the way. Yeah, 135, I guess, is what we're looking at. So I hope that gets you in the right direction. Please let me know if this was helpful or if there's still kind of an issue somewhere. I'd love to work with you and solve it together. All right. I'll see you. Take care.